today I've just done a little video for you on identifying trend and choosing a bias. And I've done this for a reason. Basically, I don't want to put this chart up in the room and then take away the charts from people who are trading. So I thought it best to do a short video on it. Okay, so let's get to it then. Right, choosing the trend. We use the daily, 4-hour and 1-hour charts to choose a trend on any currency pair. Okay, so let's have a look at the GU. GU 1 hour, the golden road, as you can quite clearly see, is up. GU 4 hour, again, golden road is up. On the daily, it's a little harder to define, but if you judge the general candle pattern, you'll see that it's up. Right, so I mean, even when you're judging a trend, really, because we trade 2.5 hour session, you should be able to judge the trend from the 1 hour and 4 hour. Okay, let's have a look at the EU. Again, the daily is up. It's crossed over and it's a definite uptrend. The 4-hour golden road is up. It's an uptrend. The 1 hour is a little messy. You've got some pretty serious against the trend signals there, but still the golden road is up. The trend is up. On the UJ, let's have a look. You've got a 1 hour clear golden road down, 4-hour clear golden road down, and yeah, the daily, the price action is below the second of the two yellow lines, and the road is closing. It's going to cross, so it is a downtrend. Okay. Now the UCAD is a little different, but that's just basically because of the actual movement of the candles over the last couple of hours. Okay, if you look at the general direction of the 1 hour, it's down. Again, the same with the 4 hour, it's a downtrend. The daily is different. The daily is an uptrend, and as I say, the same applies as it did with the GU. You can judge the trend by the 1 hour and 4 hour. Okay. Right, so let's move on to the bias then. Right, now there are two types of bias. Okay, you have your trending bias and you have your against the trend bias. Okay, so I'm going to use the UJ for the trending bias because it's absolutely perfect. Okay, now the way you judge a bias is by the long-term charts. Okay, it's simple. You look for pinks or signals, correlation. Okay, now look at this. You've got a daily pink down. Okay, it was a couple of days ago, but it's still in control. There's nothing against it. It's still in control. You have a 4-hour pink going down. Okay, it has a blue pointing up, but that blue on its own against that pink down, it's not really, the blue's not really going to have any effect until it either gets a 1 hour signal pointing up or it gets a pink next to it. But again, on the 1 hour, you've got a pink down. That is pretty much as good as you get on a trending bias. Okay, those three signals. You should not, under any circumstances, trade against that. Okay, in fact, I'll go into it a little more in a bit when you can trade against that, but I didn't. All day I just traded that down. Once you've got your bias on the trending bias, sorry guys, you look for signals on the 15-minute and the 5-minute charts. Okay, here we go. This red, I think the red there correlated with the appearance of this 1 hour pink down here, and well, look what's happened. Okay, all the way down. Right, you can't see it on the 5 minutes, but I have no doubt there were pinks somewhere back here saying, yeah, I'm going down, correlating with these 15-minute pinks here. Okay, again, to make sure that you've chosen right, just look at the 2-minute golden road and you will see perfect golden road down. All I did all day with this UJ was wait for the action to come back into the road and take it down with momentum. Again, there, into the road, take it down. Towards the road, take it down. Towards the road, take it down. It did that all day, and the reason it did that all day is because of this correlation, this trending bias correlation. Okay, now I will mention one thing about the reversals. Okay, yes, you got a pink here up, which correlated with this pink here up. Now you could have taken that trade and won. However, let's say you took that trade and won, and then you got a yellow after it, which correlated with this. So let's say you took that trade, that probably didn't win. In fact, would have lost. Okay, so you risking going against a bias that strong. Seriously, all I did was wait these out and wait for the signals down all day. Took it down. All right, guys. Right, let's have a look at the against the trend bias. Right, so we're going to use the UC for that. Right, I'll tell you a little bit of what happened here. Right, when I first come in the room, there was a small red daily, right, and it was flashing pink. Right, and I think the second or third time it actually flashed pink, it stayed pink. Right, and at that same time, a small red on the 1 hour appeared, and it started to move. Right. I did mention at the time, I think, that if that turned into a red pink, it was going to go to the moon. Okay, and when it did turn into a red pink, you also then got the red 4 hour signal turn up. And again, that is almost as good as it gets on an against the trend bias. Okay, if you can correlate these signals here now with what actually happened, well, on the 15-minute blue pink there probably correlated when that turned red. Okay, yeah, and then okay, the bears have not done it, went down a bit again. Then when it turned pink and this 4 hour red turned up, you got a blue, pink, yellow here. Wow, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles, no red in between. Right, that is the power of the against the trend bias. Okay, again, let's correlate these signals here with the 5 minutes. That's probably there, I think. Yeah, would have won, but as I say, the bears hadn't finished their push yet. Then again, you had this collection here, a blue, a red, you know, a pink, a red, pink, which obviously correlated with this blue, red, pink, yellow here. And again, look at the move. You know, both the UC and the UJ gave 60 pips. You know, on a very, very flat momentum day. Okay, do you want to know why? I've got to tell you that. The reason I know it's a very flat momentum day, well, 2 giveaways. If there was momentum, and you know momentum is the DX, right, this chart and these charts, UJ and UC, would have both been going in the same direction. Okay, the DX would have pushed them both up or pushed them both down. Alright, and of course, if you look at the DX up here, I can't recall seeing that flashing 9 too many times. Okay, right, I said there was, oh yeah, just let me mention again quickly about the reversals on it as well. Now you see this small red here, that probably correlated with this 5-minute pink here. Again, you know, if nothing changes here, and nothing did change, these signals didn't move once they came, and because they didn't move, that's what happened. You would have lost. If you'd have traded that against that particular correlation, you would have lost. You would have lost money. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Again, let's just, you know, look at what happened on the 2-minute chart. The golden road, perfect golden road up. Each of those little signals won. Every time it came back into the road, it went up, back to the road, up, back to the road, up, back to the road, up, you know, back to the road. And this now here, these are 2-minute candles. This is after, you know, this huge move has done its work. You know, this is around here when it's getting a bit bitty. Okay, right, okay, now I did mention that you know, a bias changes during the session, and it does. Okay, at one stage, I'll use the GU and the EU on this because they were perfect again. The GU, we had a red trending signal, right, and the GU did go up. I mean, you can see it on the 15 minutes here. There's no signal, but it did go up, and there was probably, you know, a red signal or a pink on the 5 minute at some stage there to take it up. The golden road went up, and well, it's gone messy. Why did it go messy? Because of the correlation of these two charts. Look, you've got a lot of reversal signals here on the 4 hour, and there's not much moving. It's as if the bullish movers got tired and it's saying, "Right, I'm taking a break." Okay, but look at the state of the golden road on the 2 minute charts. It's not clear. You were risking it. After the up move, I stopped trading. After this, I mean, that did disappear at one point. It probably came back around about 5 to 11 or something, 10 to 11. But once that move to the upside was done, I stopped trading the GU. Similar thing happened on the EU. You had a 4 hour red pointing up, which is trending. You had this 1 hour pink red here. Okay, so yes, again, if you look at it around here, it went up. Okay, now you correlate that with the 5 minute signals. There's probably some signals here that took it up. Alright. Okay, then the 4 hour red disappeared. It disappeared. Okay, and you started getting some down, some against the trend movement, and obviously this yellow, as with the GU, has kicked in and said, "No, I've had enough. You're not going up anymore." Right, so you correlate that again with this here, the 5 minute signals, with the 15 minute signals, and it looks good, doesn't it? It looks good, but that whole move is no more than 15 pips. No more than 15 pips. 45 minutes that went down for, and 15 pips. Okay, and just to highlight what I actually mean about it. Look, red, green, red, green, red, green, and dojis basically. It was directionless. Again, look at the 2 minute charts. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that whole move was 15 pips. Right, so again, when that stopped going up, I stopped trading it. Okay, so this is just a short video, guys. It's just that I couldn't say all this in the room, it'd be rude, really. People are trying to trade and make money, and I think this will help you once you learn the difference between trend bias and how strong both trending bias and against the trend bias are. But again, always remember, enter your trade with the flashing momentum. There's a perfect example of it there on the UCAD. It's flashed and the 2 minute candle has shot up. Okay, happy trading. See you in the room.